Good afternoon from Europe. Good morning, good evening guys, wherever you are. Piotr here, this is Liteforex Global YouTube channel, 30th of March 2021. Very interesting end of the quarter, end of the month day. We do have one more tomorrow, so it's going to be like final 24 hours of window dressing. But what is important and what might be very important towards the second quarter, for sure towards the April, rising US yields. For a while we've been above 175. Well, also, but maybe not that big move when it comes to the yields all over the world, more or less. So commodity currencies, emerging market currencies are under pressure towards the end of the quarter, end of the month. So very interesting things are going on overall. For sure we are going to get back with the next updates, with the next few updates, going to discuss macro, going to discuss the possible price changes in April and the second quarter. Anyway, US yields, that number one. Number two, over the course of the day, we were collecting them from the different lens, European and especially German CPI, mostly in line, but few lens showed that the inflation is rising rapidly, and then much higher inflation in Spain. So here we go overall, guys. Anyway, if that's the case, let's try to make the summary of this day. Just few hours, just 3 hours ahead of the US cash close. Well, euro dollar is breaking lower through 1760, 1750, testing levels related to what we already discussed, close to 1720, that breakout level over here, right? No sign of the possible bounce. Let's have a look what we are going to get towards the end of the day. Well, one of the theory right now, because what we were discussing, 1720, 1680, and then finally 1620. But I like the current price action. I like the drop over here, the base, and the continuation, right? So let's make the measure. If we are going to continue eventually, it's not 1680, it's like the triple bottom test possible, right? So somewhere towards 16 level, and if we are going to break that one, half of that rally, 1530, and we might start to discuss about this demand down towards 1430, 1380 when it comes to the euro dollar. Of course, if we are going to get this type of the daily close on the euro dollar, then the today's open as well as the weekly open, that's the first possible supply levels when it comes to the euro dollar. So let's switch to the hourly, and there you go. Very slow move. So it's nothing aggressive here, meaning that we didn't finish yet. We need to see this type maybe of the channel, aggressive spike to the downside, finally some kind of the lower shadow. Maybe then the bulls should step in. Anyway, as of now, I'm looking to sell rallies towards 1775, 1785, 1795 up towards 118, and then again 1840 and 1880. That's how I see euro dollar. Well, we got the consumer confidence well above market expectations, really well above market expectations, 109.7 versus 96.9. So that was another catalyst for the dollar spike. So the dollar yen been trading above 110.40 for a while. So from the daily chart perspective, right, looks like we are approaching this we are approaching this supply above 111.75. So I'm looking to buy the pullback. How I'm going to do that? Looks like something similar to what we discussed to euro dollar, right? So I'm looking to buy down towards 109.20, 109, 108, 60 and 108.40. This base we have here for me as of now, as long as it holds, is a buying or it might be buying opportunity. Especially I like this levels just close to 109.20 and we are targeting 111.70. So that's the dollar yen. Also, what was very important, I'm going to discuss separately the commodity currencies, but what was important, what is worth to mention, also Swiss franc behaving. Finally, looks like towards the end of the day, of course, we do have this invisible hands of the Swiss National Bank, but looks like it might be finally swing high. So we took out more stops yesterday just to reject again demand 26.85 supply towards yesterday and Friday high. We've been very close towards the Friday high, so I'm going to monitor very closely developments on the pound Swiss franc, because Swiss franc been losing the ground because of the higher yields and quite stable market. But lately, right? Lately, DAX, after hitting stops above 15,000, right, towards the end of the month, of course, we already trading the post market, but quite significant rejection, right? And well, Nasdaq feels the pain from the higher yields, and that's how the things looks like here. And we were not able to get back above the weekly open. The weekly open been working over the course of the day as a supply level. So that's how I see the things here. We are targeting 12,670 in my opinion, as long as we are on a daily basis, the closing basis below the weekly open, and if we are going to break down through that level, so 12,350, 12,300 as the next level of the possible demand. And finally, gold also feels the pain. So looks like the dollar is a king. All other assets are losing the ground. Looks like we might see finally the breakdown through 1685. We were discussing quite a few times for quite a long time, but as of now, if we are going to get that break, then our 1615 target is number one and 1575 is number two, and looks like that's where we going basically based on this connections when we are talking about the lows. Guys, with that being said, last 24 hours, a little bit longer than 24 hours, end of the quarter, end of the month flow dominates. Don't be trapped, but looks like market likes dollar very well. Thank you very much. It was my pleasure to prepare the update for you. Take care and goodbye.